Hi, it's Patrick Hutzel from intensivecare.hotline.com with another quick tip for families in intensive care. So I have an email from a reader who says, I'm intimidated that the intensive care team is choosing to take my sister off life support. That's a great question and a great comment. First off, you should never be intimidated by what? It's just a perception that you need to change, that that you are intimidated. That's something you choose. You choose to be intimidated by what? By what? You are choosing to be intimidated by not knowing the rules. You are choosing to be intimidated by a perceived authority. That's all they are. They're a perceived authority, not a real authority, right? So here's how to deal with this. First off, the biggest challenge for families in intensive care simply that they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what to look for. They don't know what questions to ask. They don't know their rights, and they don't know how to manage doctors and nurses in intensive care. That is exactly what you're dealing with here. Now, I have worked in intensive care for over 20 years in 3 different countries. And I have worked as a nurse manager for over 5 years in intensive care. I have been consulting and advocating for over 10 years here at intensivecare.hotline.com. I have been consulting and advocating for families all over the world. Not once have I seen patients being taken off the ventilator against the will of patients or families, with the exception that families give in. So if you're intimidated, you're very close to giving in. So stop being intimidated. Get informed. Get help. Right? We have saved lives here at intensivecare.hotline.com. Look at our testimonial section. Look at our podcast section where we've done client interviews. We have helped save lives with our consulting and advocacy. Do intensive care teams want to do that? Yes, absolutely. But it's in your hands. It's not in their hands. It's up to you to let that happen in front of your very eyes, or to challenge it, help someone, advocate, who understands intensive care inside out. Like, we are specialized here on patient and family advocacy, patient and family rights in intensive care, right? And as I said, we have never lost someone that works with us and follows our advice, and stop being intimidated. Now, there is one exception to the rule. If you're in the UK is the worst. In the UK, actually, there have been cases where hospitals take cases to court, and the courts often decide in the favor of the hospital. And in the UK, the hospital can take patients off life support against their will. That's a disgrace in and of itself, and I have made videos and even interviews about that. So I'm not going there. I know you're not in the UK. I've seen that from your email. But in any other jurisdiction, it's not going to happen. It's in your hands. You just don't know it yet. So that is my quick tip for today. If you are in a situation like that, reach out to us. We can help you very, very fast, and you'll be surprised how quickly we can change, or how quickly we can turn a situation like that around. We have done many, many times. And as I said, I can confidently say we have saved lives with our advocacy, with understanding intensive care inside out, with understanding the rights of patients and families inside out. And that's how we can help you and your family. Now, we also have a membership for families of critically ill patients in intensive care, where we answer your questions that you have when you have a loved one in intensive care. You can become a member by going to intensivecare.hotline.com, by clicking on the membership link there, or by going to intensivecaresupport.org directly. In the membership, you have access to me and my team 24 hours a day in a membership area and via email, and we answer all questions intensive care related. Also, I offer one-on-one consulting and advocacy for families in intensive care. I talk to you and your families directly. I talk to doctors and nurses directly. Especially when I talk to doctors and nurses directly, I ask all the questions that you haven't even considered asking, but must be asked when you have a loved one in intensive care, so that you make informed decisions, that you have peace of mind, control, power, and influence. I also represent you in family meetings with intensive care teams so that you don't get walked all over. Most families that go into intensive care team meetings or family meetings in intensive care get walked all over, and they don't even know when it's happening. Seen it hundreds of times. Once again, if I'm in a family meeting with you and represent you, you won't get walked all over. If anything, you will get best care and treatment after the meeting, because I can advocate for you and have done so successfully for hundreds of families over the years in intensive care. Now, we also offer medical record reviews in real time so that you can get a second opinion in real time. We also offer medical record reviews after intensive care if you have unanswered questions, if you need closure, or if you are simply suspecting medical negligence. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families in intensive care. Click the like button, click the notification bell. Comment below what you want to see next, what questions and insights you have. Share the video with your friends and families. I also do a YouTube live once a week, usually 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the US on a Saturday evening, 10:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning, Sydney, Melbourne time. And you can get your questions answered there. Thanks for watching. This is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.